Polymorphous Perverse. We are always fucking in my mind. Lover, what have you done to me? My life doesn't leave space for this, but I sneak it through the cracks. My body still responds to the world's tired cues, and my schedule conforms to the usual structure. But with this one small and significant difference, a pervasive sense of skin and sweat. I do not summon thoughts of you, but they are there, always present in the space between my words. Our stolen time has settled in my bones and stayed, like the lingering sensation of a wave that pushes my body up and down when I lie in bed after a day at the beach. I float through life buoyed on an undercurrent of our shared rhythm. I scream it into the traffic when I race alongside the freeway roar. The sound is guttural and mean, perfectly harmonious with the jagged edges of the skyline. It sounds abandoned. I try to expel this narrative and leave it panting on the roadside. I repeatedly press the eject button, aiming to catapult my desire free of my body, and I would gladly leave it to be crushed under the wheels of a busy intersection, but I never quite get it all out. It spreads like a sugared fungus on my conscience. It amplifies and swells with the blood that bolts through me. I stand up on my pedals. I shoot a grin through my teeth, exhale, and flash my eyes forward, looking into the void where the thoughts breed. I anticipate an acceleration of our speed. Your arm curls, unseen but warm, around my hips. It pulls me down onto my bicycle seat, which simmers between my legs with the texture of your flesh. Waiting at red lights, I knock the padded nose against my tailbone, role-playing a request for entry barred by my jeans. I hope it looks like I'm just impatient with the commute. It's worse on the train because there are fewer places to hide. My eyes are magnetized by strangers when they kiss, and I imagine our bodies in their places. I rate that kiss on a scale of 1 to 1,000 and consider how we would make it hotter. They see me, of course. Their gazes flash momentarily to the periphery of my face. They're not quite looking, but they're seeing, and they start to whisper, so I turn away. I grab onto the cool metal of a stabilizing pole and slide my hand halfway down its length before I regain control of my face. By that time, my assessments have contorted my expression through an entire funhouse of flamboyant permutations. My lips have parted, my eyes are wide. I freeze into a self-conscious still life with public transit and calculate the distance I will now imperceptibly travel to regain my neutral appearance. In my classes, I run one show on my whiteboard, quite another in my head. The dry academia surfs on swells of bloodlust. While I describe the use of the subjunctive mood, I am still riding through the swoop and clutch and gasp of it. I am terrified that I will accidentally release one of the sighs and moans that are piling up inside of me. When I rock forward in my seat to highlight a word, I push my pelvis into the plastic curve, and my ears pull back against my skull. I shuffle some papers to hide behind while I wrestle for control. I meet my students' eyes, and they are full of questions. When I speak with my friends, my attention wanders, and they see it. My distraction is stamped on the arch of an eyebrow, the diversion of a glance, the trailing end of an inconclusive sentence. They don't ask, and I don't tell. Their voices take up the veils of confused resignation. Once every 20 seconds, I tear myself away from the stark poses of my daydream and snap back to their presence. I swear there is an audible click as I re-enter the third dimension. I make the correct responses, and we hold on to our conversation, even though I'm essentially absent. I feel guilty, but pleasure overrides it. If this continues, they will stop calling me, and I might not even mind. I walk and breathe more carefully now because I am held 2 inches above the ground. Each inhale floods my spinal column, and when the exhales explode, my eyes roll back in my head. I stagger. I carry thoughts of our togetherness as if I were pregnant with them. As the sidewalks slide under me, the grainy air circulates to my head, and my imagination runs wild. I am hoisted on your back. We are entering the sea. We are in the forest, and your eyes have changed color. We are on a high-contrast highway, and there is no end in sight. We are laughing so hard that I am falling over, and I lean my weight into your shoulder. We are under a blanket, staring into a freezing sky of pointillist stars. I am at your door, and you are wearing half of a smile. You are asking me a question that I won't answer. We are in the smoky dark, drunk on booze and sweat. We are losing the crowd and finding a place. Your hair is on my face, my neck is on your mouth. Every step I take is toward you. When I finally get home, there is a hologram of your body that stubbornly parades through my rooms. I wipe my counters and mop my floor, and I find pleasure in the exertion of my arms, the antiseptic smells. I almost feel that I could wash you away. I purify and chase the shadow of you until, when bending over to sweep a corner, my ass, unbidden, begins to lift and tilt. My muscle memory is angling to meet you halfway. I breathe and my back arches. The house is gone. The candle is lit. I empty the dustpan and I fall into bed, and my hands are yours for now. Lover, you have chained me. I now observe a single law of flaming heat. I worship the slip of your hand across the skin of my stomach and the friendly nip of your teeth when they meet my hip bones. I bow before your name when it jumps to the top of my inbox. I sing the rich hymns of the dismayed bed springs. I raise offerings to the ghostly remnants of our shared climaxes, our shared history. I can see us in everything that is luscious. Outside my window, we are the creeping vines and palm leaves that churn and swipe through the playful afternoon breeze. We are the squish and spray of an apple in my teeth. We are the pigeons dressed in phosphor collars that strut and squawk in a private dance on the balcony railing. I am the wind and you are the sunlight, and we fiendishly fuel each other, cracking the spurs of desire, showing no mercy. Sometimes we trade places. You have ascended to the status of a profane idol. I copy your manners of dress and speech. I take up your vices and mimic your virtues. I tell myself that this is harmonious living, but I know that it is piracy. I want to be you, so you can see that we are the same. I want you to recognize our inextricably cosmic state of twinnedness. You'll never say it, but I'm certain that one of these days I will read the acknowledgement as it swims in your eyes. So I draw your birthmarks on my body. I wear your scents. I make use of your idioms. I perform these rites secretly, but without shame. It's not because you are beautiful. You are flawed beyond the recognition of your younger self. You have sustained scars, and you have developed habits that I cannot condone. You are not the sweet prince of folklore. You are the renegade bandit with more soul power than good sense. You are just another human treading water. Yet I can enjoy wondering about you because I'm confident that I haven't guessed the truth. When the turns of the tyrannical clock finally permit you to come near again, I will reach to you from the place that I buried under my heart. We will dance through various positions, and we might get closer, even closer. But we will never surpass that final barricade of ourselves, that sweet human obstacle that prevents me from becoming you. This is where the power lies, in the mystery. This is the unknowing of all that was known, the retraction of a statement, the renunciation of belief. I don't believe in anything anymore. Lover, you have set me free.